Thanks for your time and thanks for having me back again. So, you want to hear a bit about me, my story, or a story about me? I guess they're two completely separate things. So, we'll go with my story, how I got here. I mean, you've already heard about my experience, expertise, achievements, and I guess you want to go beyond that, kind of more about what drives me, what gets me out of bed in the morning, what got me to this point in my life, sitting right here in front of you now. Um, Look, I guess my why is to always better myself, and through bettering myself, it's more about helping others. Helping others achieve is what really drives me. I've always had a high drive, and early in my teen childhood, I got caught up with the wrong group of people, and it just was rapidly going downhill. My parents were quite worried, and I know this is not what you want to hear, but look, I had a fairly significant life-changing event in 2004. I had a motorbike accident that really, while it doesn't sound like a great event in my life, it was probably one of the greatest events that put me on the right track and started me on this story to the journey right to where we are today in front of you. Um, so I had a motorbike accident, and I broke arms, shoulders, legs, slipped discs in my back, and I was in a chair for nearly 4 months. Um, this knocked me about. I was only doing process work at the time, and look, I was off work for nearly 4 years, and I started to battle depression, and it was terrible, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy, but in reality, that was the turning point in my life, which started the greatest story of my life. So it was really my second chance. So after the accident, years of rehab, working through, getting myself back to where I need to be on the right track, and I thought, what am I going to do? I can't go back to where I was working. I always wanted to do something a bit more. As I said, I've always had a high drive, always been an outside the box thinker. So I put myself back to study. After years of study, I found myself helping others, telling my story, inspiring others to achieve. And so here I am today, full of passion, drive, and always willing to help others, always wanting to get the job done. Um, so ultimately, the ability to create something from nothing is what I'm about. I went through a real dark part of my life and seen light from that, and I think that's what I can bring to your company. That's my story in essence, is making something from nothing and bringing others along on the journey with me. Um, so knowing what helped and hindered me along the way would have, potentially increased or decreased my recovery time. And I think one of those things that would have significantly helped was your product of sleep tracking, being able to have a wearable device. Sleep has been a big issue for me since the accident. And I think that having that experience from the other side of the fence, knowing the benefits of what your product can achieve and can deal with and help people with is where I can really make an impact. So, in a nutshell, that's me from start to finish. Fairly plain childhood, significant life changing event, and now I'm here to better myself and better others and take them along on the journey with me. And I hope that's what you're looking for, and we can work together in the future. Thanks for your time.